Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Use a pry bar or a large flat-bladed screwdriver to remove the hubcap. Just gonna slide it under the edge. Put that aside. Take a breaker bar and a 21mm socket and loosen the lug nuts while the car is still on the ground. So I'm just gonna use the socket, take them off. Removing the last lug nut, I'm just gonna hold on to the wheel so it doesn't fall off. Take it right off. You need to remove the sway bar link from the strut. In a perfect world, this wouldn't be too rusty and it should come off easy, but this looks pretty rusty. You're gonna spray some rust penetrant on here. Take a wire brush, try to knock off some of the rust. This will ideally help the nut turn. A 14mm box wrench. And our 5mm Allen key. Fit it in there. Try to counter hold these as I remove it. See some rusty bits coming loose. Spray some more rust penetrant. Try to brush it off, just to help. Anything to help this nut spin off of this ball joint part of the sway bar link. These are typically locking nuts, so the opening in them is kind of an oval shape. It makes it difficult to spin it off. I almost had it. It's stripped. This is typically what will happen. It will kind of start to move on you, and then it just strips out the Allen key because they're so difficult to remove. So the next step, you get some locking pliers, put it back here, hold the little part that's exposed to keep it from spinning, and keep taking the nut off. Loose, I can take it off with my fingers. Just pull this out, place that aside. You'll loosen the lower part of the sway bar link. If it's pretty new or not too rusty, you could put a 6mm Allen key into the end of it to hold it while you loosen this nut to keep it from spinning. This one's pretty rusty. I'm gonna spray some rust penetrant on it, clean these threads off as best I can with a wire brush. I'm gonna come in here with some locking pliers and just skip, because it's basically, it usually strips out when you put in the Allen key in here if it's really rusty. I'm gonna skip that step, go right to the locking pliers to go here, and just take this off. Since I'm not replacing the sway bar link, I'm gonna cut this boot off with a razor knife just to get it out of the way, so that I can get my locking pliers in there and it's not getting hung up on the rubber boot. With that cut, I can just pull the rubber right out. Take the box wrench, I'm going to take some more rust penetrant, spray it in here on the nut, and also spray it on the front here and wipe it off because some more rust and dirt is getting pushed out. And I want it to spin free, so I just want to keep it clean as I can, but also oil it up with rust penetrant so it spins. All right, get this all loosened up, spin it off with my fingers, pull the sway bar link right out. This is our old sway bar link from our vehicle. See where I cut the boot to take it off. I also kind of damaged it, the top part when I was taking off the top one. There's our brand new one from oneauto.com. Same length, same style, comes with new locking nuts. These you'll have to counter hold with an Allen key to torque them. This should fit great and work great in the vehicle. I take off the locking lug nuts from each end. Get it lined up the same way it was. The top went through like this, bottom went through like this. Sometimes you need to either move the bar a little bit, get this captured. These are only going to spin on by hand as far as this nylon lock part, and then you'll have to use a wrench to go the rest of the way. These are 17 millimeter. So I'm going to turn it. The ball joint may start to spin as I tighten it. When that happens, I can counter hold it with a 5 millimeter Allen key. If the center part was turning on you, you can take a 5 millimeter Allen key and hold it. Either use the box part or the open part and just tighten it down. So I'm going to torque these, so that's snug right now, but I'm going to come back and torque that. I'm going to tighten the top one, same way. I'm going to torque these to 29 foot-pounds. Reinstall the wheel. Start the lug nuts by hand. Make sure you install them with the cone seat against the wheel. You can see the wear marks where they were sitting. Do not install them with the flat part. That is incorrect. They need to be installed with this cone seat. It matches the seat and the wheel and helps hold the wheel on correctly. Use the socket, 21 millimeter, to just thread these on by hand. You torque the lug nuts to 79 foot-pounds. Going in a cross pattern, so they torque down evenly. Reinstall the hubcap. Line up the opening here on the hubcap with the valve stem and just push it into place.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.